My name is James Reka. I was born in England, but I grew up in Melbourne, Australia. I'm currently living in Berlin for the last 3 years. I come from quite a creative family. My mother was a ballerina. I'm very proud of her. She danced with both the Australian and the Russian ballet. And my father was a graphic designer. So I had the gift of creativity, but also I was a good athlete at school. So I had almost two directions I could have gone in, the sports side or the creative side. And for me, I am such a visual person that creating artwork, visual artwork, for me, I knew the direction from when I was a young age. I was lucky enough to grow up near a train line, and my first exposure to graffiti, which was in the late 90s, I would say I started graffiti in 1999. I would catch the train to school every day, and on the train lines I would see all this color and movement and going past, and I liked the idea that these guys were going out at night doing illegal work, basically, essentially. It's illegal, and they're risking everything for their passion, to be creative, and this for me was very attractive because since a little kid I was always drawing at school. My teachers would say, please pay attention, we are studying history today, and I am drawing, and now it's funny that through keeping up this passion of mine that I'm able to now pursue it further as a professional career, as a professional artist. Even though I had a very good art teacher, the other teachers tried to make me realize that it is very difficult to make money out of your art, and it's this funny saying that you have to be dead to make any money in the art world. So I studied graphic design because I thought that there was more of a guarantee, is more commercial. As long as businesses and companies exist, they need visual representation. And so I was designing corporate identity, logos, spreadsheets, even magazine layouts. And after university, I was freelancing my design and also being my artwork, a street artist, and I saw the increase of my art and the decrease of my design. Originally, when I started, I had no intentions of being a gallery artist. I was doing everything for free on the streets, for the passion, for the risk, running from the police. And it's funny, it was very organic that I started generating interest, and people would start contacting me saying, do you have any work for sale? And I say, no, but this is interesting that people are prepared to buy a piece from me. And so this was the beginning of how I made the transition from being purely a street artist and moving across. In the early 2000s, I wanted to push my work in a different direction from the basic traditional graffiti, which is letters. I loved painting characters and figures and these crazy little monsters, and I wanted to stand out compared to what other artists were doing at the time in my city, in Melbourne. And I chose to use a figure because for me, figures are quite symbolic, that people can identify with and interact with. And one of the elements that I've learned from the graffiti world that is important to pursue style as the most important thing over content, So my aim, and still is my aim in my artistic career, is to pursue a unique and original style that people can identify with without me actually having to write my name next to it. They see, they're like, of course, this is a Reka piece. Yeah. So that's my aim anyway.